Hi, I'm back with another study because aren't they just fascinating, these kind of behavioural comparison studies? Did anybody hear about this study that was done where there was a person, like an authority figure, asking another person, who was the person really truly being tested, to shock another person every time they got their answer wrong? And basically, behind the curtain was that this person was not really being shocked to when they got the answer wrong, but they was convincing enough actors to seem and convince the other person who was really being tested that they was being shocked. Anyway, every time this person would get shocked, the screams would the voltages would go higher, and the screams would progressively get kind of obviously more painful. The person who was really being tested was even informed that this person had a heart condition, and their findings was that this person would continue under the request of the authority regardless of how bad it got. And it got me thinking, I know that we'd all like to believe that we wouldn't do that under the circumstances, but I truly do see that many people do this in everyday life. I see this actually within many systems. I see it within the education system and many others, but I'm not going to go into it, where people conform even if it is oppositional to their moral code. And sometimes you wonder what their moral code is. Is it oppositional, or is it that they have something inside of them that quite lacks the power? And I will tell you my takeaway from that, but I'm really curious about what other people's takeaway is. What camp do you sit in? So when you see a study like that, do you think that some people are inherently evil and they like the power and they like the kind of the not being at the receiving end, so not being at the bottom of society maybe? Or do you see it as that people, no matter what, no matter how they feel, have such a difficult time with going against authority, even if it doesn't fit well with their moral code, it doesn't fit well with how they feel about it, they will still do what is expected? And how potentially damaging is that if an authority figure that has asked you to do your job has asked you to do that? I'm really curious to what people think about this. I will make another video on my personal opinion as a psychology obsessed person who probably spends every day of my life learning something new about it, and as a therapist.